Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be discussing the top interview mistakes that you want to avoid at all costs because they can cost you a job. So it is estimated that roughly 75% of resumes that are submitted through the applicant tracking system are rejected. This means that only 25% of people who apply to a job actually have a chance of getting an interview. So if you are lucky enough to be cherry-picked by a recruiter to get a screening phone call, or you get lucky enough to get past that first round of the interview, I do not want you to blow it under any circumstance. So this video is going to teach you what you should avoid to make sure that you're not missing out on any opportunity by making a simple mistake. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First on this list is not doing any type of research to understand what the company is about and what they're going through, and also not doing any type of research on the role that you are interviewing for or that you apply to. And when I talk about doing company research, I'm not talking about simple surface level things like knowing the company logo, understanding the company colors, when was the company founded. I mean, stuff like that is important, but it's not as important as digging a little bit deeper to understand things like where the company is now. Are there any recent major announcements or headlines that have been announced in the news as of lately? And this can be good or bad. So good includes, if the company just outperformed whatever goals they had for this past fiscal year, if they just announced that they're launching a new division or a new department, if they just, announced a new strategic business move that they're trying to make. Understanding things like that will also help you to understand what your role is going to be in helping the company accomplish the type of goal that they're looking to hit. So if a company is underperforming and they're not hitting their goals, you have to understand that in your role, you may be coming in to help turn all of that around. On the flip side, if you're coming into a company that is doing extremely well and they've hit record profits and they're in a growth stage and they're trying to, increase their footprint or increase sales or whatever by X number after they've had a standout year, then you can understand that you're going to come in helping with growth and increase and things of that sort. So when you're doing company research, do a Google search to find out what recent news or what recent information is available about this company, whether it is good or bad. And then also in regards to the position, pop on LinkedIn and see if you can find some profiles of some current employees who already work there and who have the job title that you will be applying to get a better idea of the type of things that you will be working on. Because I understand that the job responsibilities and the job, posting says one thing, but we all know that those job postings don't list everything. So taking a look on LinkedIn and seeing the profiles of people who are already, in that role and performing in that capacity, seeing what they've done or seeing what they've worked on can give you a better kind of robust view of what you may be getting yourself into. But by all means, when the recruiter asks, what do you know about the company? Do not have something to say, and do not have anything surface level to say, because they're going to be looking at you like. Next on this list is not asking any questions after an interview. And this is a really big mistake that I have seen professionals across all industries at all levels make. I don't care if you're on the phone screen or if you're on the fourth interview and you just feel like you got this job in the bag and you just know you're going to get an offer. Please ask questions, you guys. As a matter of fact, a recent survey revealed that over 60% of recruiters said that if a candidate does not ask any questions after an interview, that they will more than likely reject that person because they believe that they're not genuinely all that interested. If you are interested in a job, if you really want the job, then you want to ask questions to know more, to understand, to dig deeper, to really grasp what it is that they're looking for, and in turn, also make sure that this job is going to be a good fit for you. So whether it's the phone screen and you're just asking about when they want this person to start, or will this job be hybrid or remote, make sure that you are asking something. And by asking questions, you really want to understand what are their expectations from you, right? What are they looking for you to do? What do they want from you? What they're looking for? What exactly are they looking for in terms of skills and responsibilities and experience and background and day-to-day tasks? And then last, what it is that they need you to do. So are you coming in launching something from the ground up? Are you coming in overhauling something? Are you coming in working on a brand new initiative or brand new something for the company, right? Make sure that you are asking those questions to dig deeper, because again, when you ask those questions, it's just not for the recruiter and to show that you're interested in the role, although that's a part of it, but it's also for you too. When you are interviewing for these jobs, it's the best way for you to really, really know what you are getting yourself into, because trust and believe, once you accept or receive that job offer, being on the other side of that is completely a different story, and you don't want to be in a situation where you feel as though you have been blindsided. So ask all the questions that you want to, but do not ask any questions. That's what you don't want to do. Next on this list is being late. Now, I talked about this in another video, and it is true that being late is not necessarily a deal breaker per se. Now, if there's an extenuating circumstance that causes you to be late and you let the recruiter know in advance, maybe you all reschedule, maybe you guys pick another day and time, or maybe you cancel it altogether, that's fine. I understand that things happen. But just blatantly being late with no reason, no heads up, no notice at all is absolutely positively a red flag if I ever seen one. So do your very best to not be late under any circumstances. Do whatever it takes to make sure that you either arrive to that job on time or you log into that job on time. Something that used to help me, especially with virtual interviews, is I would set an alarm on my phone. I would also add it to my calendar, and I would also have it written down on a post-it note near my computer so that I was looking at it every single day. There are so many tools that are available to us at this day and age to help us stay on time and to manage our time and to make sure that our schedules are laid out so that we know what's coming. There is no excuse to be late, again, unless there is an extenuating circumstance. And if you do feel like you're going to be late, just make sure that you provide a notice ahead of time. And I'm not talking like 10 minutes before or 15 minutes before. If you can, and if you know enough in advance that you are going to be late, communicate that as soon as possible, and then also provide a reason. And keep in mind that if you are interviewing for a remote job or a hybrid job and you show up late, that can impact your chances of getting that job, because when it comes to working remotely, they don't want anyone who is going to be late. Time management is of the essence, and if you're late, you could be shooting yourself in the foot for landing that opportunity. And last on this list is appearing uninterested or unorganized. Ideally, when you show up for a job interview, that job interview should have your full and undivided attention. You should be taking notes. You should be engaged. You should have all of your materials together, right? And I'm not saying that you have to be super chipper, happy, like happy-go-lucky. I understand for me, I have a happy-go-lucky personality, but that's just genuinely me. And I'm not saying that you have to be like me. But if the recruiter is talking to you, make sure that you are making eye contact. Make sure that you're not like staring off into space. Make sure that you're not zoning out. Make sure that you're not looking at your phone or glancing at something else, off camera. I've seen a lot of recruiters mention that, and they say that that is a deal breaker. Also, if you're participating in an interview and you just sound like you don't have your stuff together, if they ask for copies of your resume and you don't have it, if they ask you to share your resume on your screen or share examples of your work or give them an example of when you did ABC and you're like, or you're scrambling around trying to find stuff, that makes you look unorganized. And I reiterate, if you're trying to go for a remote job, that is going to be a deal breaker. At the very least, as a professional, you should be prepared. You should have all of your materials together. And when you are in that interview, you should be showing genuine interest and genuine concern for what the recruiter is saying. Even if they say something that you don't like that may make you say in your head, yeah, I'm no longer feeling this job, still remain professional and still remain interested. So those are the top job interview mistakes that you want to avoid at all costs because they can cost you the job offer. I do not want you making any of these mistakes in your upcoming interview. So I really hope that you found this video helpful so that you can go into that interview and conquer it, being confident and prepared and on time and having your questions laid out and all of the things. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, if you found it informative, if you learned something new, go ahead and give me a like down below. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you have any other questions on interview mistakes that you should avoid that I did not answer in this video, go ahead and comment down below in the comment box. I'd be happy to answer any question that you may have. If you would like to work with me on your resume, please email me directly at hello@thompsonresumes.com, and you can also visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com. For more career interview tips from me, you can connect with me on social media. The link to my Instagram and LinkedIn profile handles are in the description box down below, and you can also subscribe to my email newsletter. The link to do so is also in the description box down below. If you're watching this video but you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time with another helpful video. Cheers to not making any of the mistakes in your next interview that we talked about in this video. Bye.